Hi, my name is Lilia Reynolds. I wrote this play called Death of Pi. I'm reading for the narrator and I'm reading stage directions.
What is up? My name is Katelyn Bowie. I'm going to be playing Cynthia Jones in The Death of Pi.
Greetings, I'm Lucas Spaeder, and I'm going to be playing Randy Jones and Officer 1 in The Death of a Pie.
Hello, my name is Topher Hughes, and I'm going to be playing Gary and Officer 2 in The Death of Pi.
Even the nicest people have their limits. If only Cynthia Jones would have known she had reached hers. Maybe things wouldn't have turned out the way they did. Maybe she would have moved on and accepted that she had to live with this man. Who knows? All we can do is tell the tale of that fateful New Year's Day. Randy and Gary go live on the radio.
Good morning, Odessa, Delaware. It is finally January 1st, 1953. Can you believe that we made it through another year, Randy?
Honestly, Gary, no, I cannot.
In other news, today's weather's looking a bit frosty, wouldn't you say, Randy?
Yes, we're looking at a low of 16 and a high of 30, so make sure that you bundle up on your way to work this morning.
Now, why don't we listen to some tunes? Next up is Anytime, sung by Eddie Fisher. All right, well, it's my break, so I'm going to go head home. See you in a short while, Randy.
Gary exits, Cynthia enters.
Hi, Randy. I heard you were gonna be the only one at your workplace for a couple of hours, so I came to visit and I brought pie.
Sweetheart, you know you aren't supposed to be at my workplace. Why aren't you at home with the kids?
Well, they're at school. Besides, why can't I visit my husband while he's at work? I brought pie.
All right, fine, but only because you brought pie, and then you have to go.
Listen, dear, it's our favorite song. Oh, Randall, I remember when we danced to this song at our wedding. Ah!
Cynthia trips, knocks pie into Randy. Randy smacks Cynthia.
That is enough! Why can't you just be a normal housewife and stay at home with the kids? I should have just married Denise. Then I wouldn't have had to deal with such a mess. No woman should be in a man's workplace. Now get out!
Cynthia exits, Randy cleans himself up, and goes back on air.
That was Here in My Heart by Al Martino. Next up is Wheel of Fortune by Starr. But before I play the song, let me say a word to all my male listeners out there. Make sure that you stay in control of your relationship, or else your woman might start showing up to your workplace. But seriously, listen to my advice. Anyway, here's Starr's Wheel of Fortune.
Cynthia enters.
I am not your woman, and it's finally time I stand up for myself.
Honey, what did I say about being here? You need to go home before I go on air again, okay?
No!
No. What do you mean, no?
I mean that I have had enough of you telling me what to do and how to live my life just because I'm your woman. I try to be nice and I try to stay calm, but when you do something like smack me after I kindly take time out of my day to show up to your workplace to give you a pie, it boils up something inside of me that makes me just want to stab you multiple times with a sharp object.
Whoa, sweetheart. Calm down. Can we talk about this later?
No, now is a great time, and don't call me sweetheart.
Honey, I have work to do right now. Why don't you just go home and do some dishes to blow off some steam? Okay?
This is the spark that created the huge fire inside of Cynthia, something she couldn't control, a rage that nobody would have ever seen coming from a girl like Cynthia. A sweet, calm young lady like her would have never even talked back to someone like Randy. But maybe something about the day, maybe even the weather, made her realize something she hadn't known before. She realized that she didn't have to sit back and let this fool run her life. She could just control her own life and have her own rules. She didn't have to listen to anyone except herself. This realization opened a list of possibilities within herself, including the dark ones. This newfound courage helped determine what came next. Cynthia just had the simple choice of whether to do it or not.
Why are you just standing there? Go home! I'm bleeding. I can't believe a woman like you would do such a thing. Cynthia, you're a monster. I'm calling the police.
Cynthia then does the only thing she thinks she can do in that moment. Kills Randy.
No! No! Die! 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 Die, you good-for-nothing business! No! This is for all the women out there who you treated as badly as you treated me. I wish this wasn't the only way out of our relationship, but I'm afraid it was. Goodbye, Randall Jones. I hope this hurts as much as it looks like it does. Rot in hell!
Cynthia dragged Randy home, hoping she wouldn't get caught. And she's feeling proud of herself, feeling as if she just defeated a dragon in a fairy tale. Except, this is real life, and in real life, there are consequences. As Cynthia brought Randy's lifeless body into her house, Randy's co-worker's break had just come to an end. He found himself back at work and was shocked at what he saw.
Hey, Randy, I'm back from my break. Susan made me the most wonderful lunch. Oh my goodness, what the hell happened here? Randy, are you here? What's going on? What is this mess? What happened to the mic? Randy, where are you? I'm calling the police.
As the police showed up to the scene, they realized that only one person could have pulled off murder as brutal as this one. A man. They thought only a man could commit a crime such as this. And there was only one man there. Randy's coworker that day, Gary.
No, please, it wasn't me. I was at home with my wife, Susan. You don't understand, officers. I could never commit an act such as this. Please, believe me.
As the officers arrested Gary for murder until they found further evidence, they decided to take a trip down to Cynthia's house to break the news of her husband's supposed murder. Arriving at the home, the officers found Cynthia making the most delicious pie.
Oh, hello, officers. I was just making pies. Please, please come in. The last pie is nearly done. Why don't you go get settled in and I'll go just fetch you some. All right, so what seems to be the problem, officers?
I'm afraid there was a problem at your husband's place of work, ma'am.
What do you mean there was a problem at Randy's work?
We believe your husband is dead, ma'am, although there is no evidence of a body.
You think he's dead? But how? I just dropped off a pie for him. He was alive only an hour ago. Are you sure you're talking about the right Randy?
Well, there was blood everywhere and...
Blood everywhere? Oh, how do you know it was his? Oh, I can't believe that he's gone.
Our condolences, miss.
Police leave Cynthia's home. Now, remember when I said that in real life there are consequences? Well, I guess I was wrong. Cynthia went on to live as a free woman, and as for Gary, well, he was released on account of lack of evidence and alibi offered by his dear wife. The police never found the body, which left the case of Randy Jones a mystery. I mean, technically, the body of Randall Jones will never be found because the body was never buried. No, sir, that body was fed to those police officers in that delicious pie Cynthia had made. I mean, you are what you eat, and Randy sure loved pie. As I said before, even the nicest people have their limits, and Cynthia definitely reached hers. As my favorite author once said, the scariest monsters are the ones that lurk within our souls. Edgar Allan Poe.